can sit here. I think yesterday you also sit here. Okay. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Kristina. This is Tilmann, Sylvain and Mila, and we are film students from Munich. And if you choose a color for the mood and genre of Far From Men, which color will you choose and why?
I really think the point of the movie is that it doesn't matter.
The color or the genre or the mood?
I think it doesn't matter. I think all colors are welcome.
Well, if you had to choose a color for the mood of your movie, could you choose one? And if you could, which color would it be?
Well, in French it's ocre, because the skin and the people are quite the same color from the landscapes. And it's more difficult to see them in the landscape. It's a way to lose them in the nature.
Il a fait quoi? Il a tué un homme. Tu dois le livrer à Tingit. Je suis instituteur, Valducci. Ce sont les ordres. Je ne le ferai pas.
And what color would you give Daru?
I wouldn't.
You would not? Why?
I wouldn't limit him.
No, I think Daru has no color. He has no real identity. It's his problem. And it's for him very difficult to choose. So he's not able to choose a color, and he's not able to choose an identity. So he would have no color, I think.
For the past 10 years, he's been living isolated in the middle of the mountains, completely by himself.
Pardon, Dieu! Droit!
He felt he was trying to escape conflict and war and disagreement and unpleasantness, and he wanted to live a life in which he was not hurting anyone, in which he was doing good. So he's far from men in a general sense, but part of what he learns in the story is that he's also been avoiding life on some level, interacting with people, women.
The problem of these two men, it's that they are living without women. Daru, because he lost his woman 10 years before, and he's a broken man. He's half dead.
MC! Frank! Ow! Frank! انت راجل ولا لا؟
He realizes that he has to come back to life and to love and to desire.
He teaches Muhammad and Muhammad teaches him.
لو كان نروح ضربك يقتلوني. Si tu restes là aussi, tu es mort.
A similar lesson, which is say yes to life, you know.
How deep did your own character and personality of yourself influence the role of Daru?
Well, I think always something spills over because it's, after all, me and my voice and my body. But I was thinking almost all the time about Albert Camus, and I think the director was thinking about that a lot as well, because we spoke about the writer of the short story that the movie's based on a lot.
I read this short story by chance. I was not looking for anything, and I was moved really by this text. Afterwards, I understand why. I understood why. My father, for instance, has been a teacher for 2 years during the war of Algeria, so perhaps there is some kind of connection. And he didn't want to talk with me about what he did there, what he experienced there. It was a way for him to do his military service in a pacific way. So he chose to be a teacher, not to be a soldier.
Jetez vos armes! Avancez vers nous! Main sur la tête!
Have you been with your father to Algeria sometime? Or after the movie, maybe?
No. He didn't. He never came back to Algeria. He was a member of the Communist Party. At that time, it was very close to the FERN. I think it has been very disappointed by what became the Algerian revolution after the war. He didn't want to speak much about it because it was a big disillusion and big deception for him. So I think this film was a way to talk with my father, because after the film, finally, we talked about this period.
Vous avez tué des hommes qui se rendaient. C'est un crime de guerre.
Tes frères sont peut-être morts ou partis, mais t'es vivant!
In your opinion, what role do nationality and identity play in the film?
I think that by the end, the film minimizes those things, which I think is healthy.
Well, I think really it's a film about that, about identity. The problem of Daru is that at the beginning of the film, he thinks that he's Algerian because he was born here. And thanks to Mohammed, thanks to the journey they have together, he realizes that he's not Algerian. And the sentence he says at the end of the film, for the French, we were Arabs, and now for the Arabs, we are French. It's a sentence that could be said by a lot of people right now in France in the other way. Identity, it's a big issue, a modern issue. It's more and more you will have to choose and to understand your identity.